Greetings, Earth denizens. This irregularly scheduled video series is being interrupted for a story of foolishness. A recorded audio file that, for unknown technical reasons, lost 90% of its content in a save error. Thanks, Audacity. You've never failed me before, and the one time you do, it amounts to a massive tease. At the end of the previous video, the Decepticon Cyclonus had spun his own fate, and the heroic Autobots were poised to strike a large Decepticon carrier in the mid-Atlantic. This would be quickly forgotten to favor the discovery of a minicon known as Slipstream, the de facto wing cap power-up of this game. The story thus begins back in the Amazon, atop the Great Mountain ruins, where an initial attempt by Hot Shot to utilize the new glider capability is met with a Hilltop Guardian losing their precious minicon prize, Hailstorm. With this minicon's aid, Hot Shot would continue his search, locating Tractor, a minicon whose power would provide amusement in conjunction with a cheat code, but not now. Firefight, who also joined the fight. Three Datacons, and one more death for the tally. From here to the Antarctic, Hot Shot then recovered the remaining minicons that rested here, whilst also having his first encounters with jet snipers. Shock Punch, Smackdown, and Build Up were all recovered, allowing Hot Shot to return to the deep Amazon, where the graphical bugs remain pertinent enough that we will not be showing the footage on camera, so instead here's a short list of what was recovered. With these tasks complete, Hot Shot returns to the mid-Atlantic to forge a path onto the warship. Airburst provides a quick edge against the flying Decepticons, grounding them quickly as the young Autobot glides from peak to peak.
Glide to the warship from here. Access the hangar bay via the hydraulic elevators located on the flight deck. Once you are below deck, proceed through the warship to the bridge. When the bridge is secure, begin sabotage procedure.
Prime's orders are acknowledged, but the buzzingly yellow Autobot spots a Datacon below and goes to retrieve it before making a move to the bow of the ocean-bound metal beast. Outgunned and undefended, the Decepticons soundly blast the turbo-revving young punk overboard. A second attempt proves to be a much more fruitful venture, enough so to draw the ire of more flying units. The instant the threat they pose is removed, yet more unwelcome pests make themselves apparent from directly underfoot. More flyers are grounded before Hot Shot proceeds below deck. With a path into the depths secured, Hot Shot briefly returns to HQ to pursue another strategy. Returning above deck, he takes a path around to the stern of the vessel, knowing that the interior paths would converge at this point regardless. The resistance from this attempted maneuver proves quite severe, and, well, you can probably guess by my use of the term attempted what that means at the end of it all. A stubborn mind carries on, however, this time embodied by Red Alert, The more well-armored Autobot is successful at pushing through the Decepticlone hordes to elevate his way into the ship's midsection. Upon the elimination of the first wave of concerns, the second wave called for backup in the form of a command unit. In light of the danger presented, Red Alert fled from the ship to recuperate, then returned. Once he had successfully cleared up the threats present, however, Red Alert retreated again to trade places with Optimus Prime.
Sir, I have established a remote connection to the warship's navigation systems and analyzed the data. Its final destination is Alaska. That must be the location of Megatron's base. Continue to the bridge and disable this vessel.
The task was clear and simple, but a significant danger soon presented itself.
Sir, it's Tidal Wave. Recommend you take immediate cover. You have got to destroy him. Density scans reveal his body is heavily armored, but his head is vulnerable. His height will make it difficult to attack him. Suggest you maneuver into optimal weapon range.
The Titanic Decepticon Tidal Wave, with only one point of weakness, significant... The Titanic Decepticon Tidal Wave, with only one point of weakness significant enough to inflict damage upon. Prime's only hope is to remain as far back from the giant as is feasible, while remaining in close enough proximity to strike damaging hits into his face as possible. This proves a difficult task, between the barrages of blaster fire combined with missile strikes. Even standing upon the sands at Tidal Wave's feet is not safe from the highly damaging laser beams. Comeback's power is depleted, saving Prime from death for now as he moves to draw the hulking mass to a deeper section of the ocean where they might have even ground. Minutes pass, but despite making headway with this strategy, it isn't enough for Optimus to deter Death any further in his aim to claim victory. Starting again now with a clear sense of the best strategy, Prime returns to the position he had before. The battle draws out. But in time, Tidal Wave's weapons start to fail. Flyers start deploying. And after a great deal more damage is inflicted, Tidal Wave is without weapons. Though far from helpless, this factor becomes the catalyst for the final push. Tidal Wave falls. This concludes story time with the Devasia mentality. All in all, a pretty bullshit reason to have to reformat this part of the playthrough. But I'd rather do this than sit through 2 hours of footage to try to make a post-commentary sound quite as compelling as it was live. I just hope I don't have to go through this again for the next part.